Question 11. In how many ways can 6 people sit around a table? This is a simple permutation question, but remember, around the table is a cyclic permutation. No beginning point and no end point. So to do this, the number of ways that 6 people can sit around the table is n minus 1 factorial. In this case, n is equal to 6, so that is 6 minus 1 factorial, and that is 5 factorial. What is 5 factorial? I'm sure you know that it is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and that is 120 ways. 120 ways, and that is option A. 12. The graph above represents inequalities what? So the first thing you want to look at is the line in question. This line is a broken or a dotted line, which means that it has no equal sign. So option A is out and option B is out. So it's either option C or option D. All right. So the next thing is the equation of the broken line is 3x plus 4y equals to 12. Now, if you look carefully, the shaded part is the part to the left and below, which means we're going to be looking at less than, which also means option C or D could be correct because they are both less than signs. The next thing is we want to look at the y-axis and the x-axis. So the shaded part is to the right of the y-axis and above the x-axis, which means that it is going to be option D. X greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. So option D is the answer. Question 13. Let A be 2, negative 4, 3, 5, 1, 0, and B be 1, 4, negative 2, negative 3, 3, negative 1. Find A plus 2B. So we need to find A plus 2B. A is 2, negative 4, 3, 5, 1, 0, plus 2B, that is double of B. So that will be 2, 8, negative 4, negative 6, 6, and negative 2. You need to be very careful. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Negative 4 plus 8 is 4. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 0 minus 2 is negative 2. So our answer is clearly option A. The sum to infinity of a GP is 100. Find its first term if the common ratio is negative 1 over 2. How do we do this? Okay, so first is to remember the formula for sum to infinity, and that is the first term over 1 minus the common ratio. So if the sum to infinity is 100, we're looking for the first term, then 1 minus the common ratio, which is negative 1 over 2. So I have 100 equals to A. You know, negative and negative is going to give positive. So 1 plus 1 over 2 is 3 over 2. Cross multiply, you have 100 multiplied by 3 over 2 is equal to A. So A is going to be equal to 50 times 3, which is 150. Question 15. PQR is a triangle such that the length of PQ equals to the length of QR equals to 8 centimeters, and the angle QPR is 60 degrees. Find the area of angle or triangle PQR. So quickly, I want to draw a sketch to show how my triangle looks. So I have PQR, this is P, this is Q, and this is R. PQ is 8, QR is 8, angle QPR, be careful, is 60. These two sides are equal, but interestingly, this will be 60 as well if those two sides are equal, and this will be 60 as well to make 180 degrees, which means this is also going to be 8 centimeters, which clearly means this is an equilateral triangle. The area of an equilateral triangle is a formula you should know, is root 3 over 4 times the length of either of the sides squared. So I have A equals to root 3 divided by 4 times 8 squared. So A equals to root 3 over 4 times 64. So the area of this triangle is going to be 16 root 3 centimeters squared. Option A. Question 16. The Venn diagram above shows the number of students offering physics and chemistry in a class of 65. What is the probability that a student selected from the class offers physics and chemistry if every student offers at least one subject? To do this, I'm going to use my popular universal set equals number of physics plus number offering chemistry minus number offering both, which is physics intersection chemistry. All right, universal set is the total number of students, which is 65. Number offering physics is 45. Number offering chemistry is 30 minus x in this case. So I'm using x to make my work easier. So I have 45 plus 30, that's 75. Minus 65 is 10. So 10 students offer both. Probability that a selected student offers both chemistry and physics will be equal to 10 out of a total of 65. 5 in 10 is 2, 5 in 65 is 13. So our answer is option A. Question 17. From the top of a building 10 meters high, the angle of elevation of a fruit on top of a tree 25 meters high is 30 degrees. Calculate the horizontal distance between the building and the tree. So the first thing you need to note is someone is on top of a building and viewing the top of a tree. So let's start with a common ground here. That doesn't look so nice. So let's start with a common ground. And let's say this is the height of the building, 10 meters. And this is representing the tree, 25 meters high. Someone is here, viewing here at an angle of elevation of 30 degrees, which means this is the distance we need to find, the distance between the tree and the building. And this distance or this height will be 25 minus 10 because there's a common height of 10. So 25 minus 10 is 15 meters. So to solve our question, we have tan 30, which is the angle, equals to opposite, which is 15 over adjacent, which is what we're looking for, x. So you need to remember what tan 30 is, and that is 1 over root 3. 1 over root 3 equals to 15 over x. If I cross multiply, x will be equal to 15 root 3, of course, in meters. That's option A. Question 18. Interesting question. A boy bought oranges at the rate of 24 naira for 5. So cost price is 24 naira for 5. That's 24 divided by 5. One orange actually cost 4 naira 80 kobo, 4.8. Yeah. And the selling price, how did he sell? Is sold 4 for 30 naira. So that is 30 divided by 4. That is 15 over 2. And that is 7.5 naira. Nice profit. Okay. So this, which means that the profit for one orange is going to be 7.50 divided by 4.80 or 4 naira 80 kobo, and that is 2 naira 70 kobo. Now the question says find the profit made of the ones sold. So that will be 2 naira 70 kobo multiplied by the number sold, which is 4, and the answer to that question is 10 naira 80 kobo. That is option C. Question 19. Interesting question. Differentiate y equals to 5x plus 1 raised to power 4. This is function of function, also known as composite rule, and other interesting names. So we want to differentiate 5x plus 1 raised to power 4. I'm going to use a short method to do this, dy dx, and my short method requires 3 steps. Step 1, bring the power forward, that is 4. Step 2, differentiate the bracket. If I differentiate 5x plus 1, I have just 5. And step 3, rewrite the question and remove 1 from the power, 5x plus 1. Then remove 1 from 4, that is 3. So this is my answer, but I definitely want to multiply these two guys. 4 times 5 is 20, and have 20 times 5x plus 1 raised to power 3. And that is the answer. Option A is correct. Question 20 says simplify 5 plus root 7 divided by 3 plus root 7. You know, simplify in this case clearly means rationalize. So I have 5 plus root 7 over 3 plus root 7 multiplied by the conjugate of the denominator, which will be 3 minus root 7 over 3 minus root 7. So let's multiply carefully. So I have 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times negative root 7 is minus 5 root 7. Root 7 times 3 is plus 3 root 7. And plus times minus is minus. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. Divided by the denominator will come in this form, 3 squared minus root 7 squared. So I have 15 minus 7 is 8. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So I have negative 2 root 7 divided by 3 squared is 9 minus root 7 squared is 7. So I have 8 minus 2 root 7 over 2. 2 can divide 8 and 2. So I have 4 minus root 7 as my answer. That is option B.